好，欢迎收看本期的红地毯，我是主持人蓝天。那今天呢，我们来到了美国西部作家协会的大剧场啊，这同时呢，也是我们去年中美电视节的举办场地了。没错，今天呢，我们来到了这个不可言喻的论坛呢。论坛的今晚邀请到了非常重量级的嘉宾，他们都是这个荣获奥斯卡、艾美奖等等各大奖项的一些编剧哈，有来自这个绿皮书有来自一个明星的诞生等等非常著名的影视作品的一些编剧来到了现场，所以接下来呢，就跟随蓝天一起来听一听他们独特的见解吧。Let's go。
I was asked to read the script that they had prior, and I felt like they weren't sure where they wanted to go, and they just said, "What would you do?" And I said, "This is what I would do." And Bradley and I then set into work, and we produced something, X amount of weeks later that the studio liked, and they decided to make it. So it was just. It was a different process for me, but sometimes rewriting is that way. I'm not so keen on rewriting because it means you have to have somebody else be pushed aside. But it was very creative, and Bradley was wonderful, giving me a lot of freedom and trusting me. So it was a great experience. Yeah.
Maybe it's time to let the old ways down. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Takes a lot to change, man. Hell, it takes a lot to try.
Man, in the old days, I always knew, you were gonna do something, that you'd be all right. It's the first time I'm worried about you.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Okay.
Tell me something, girl.
Do you write songs or anything?
I don't sing my own songs.
Why?
I just don't feel comfortable.
Why wouldn't you feel comfortable?
Almost every single person has told me they liked the way I sounded, but that they didn't like the way I look.
I think you're beautiful.
I'm falling.
Hey.
What?
I just want to take another look at you.
In all the good times, I find myself longing for change.
Here's what we're gonna do.
You come sing that song that I love.
No, I can't do that.
Here we go.
It's not funny. Jack.
Look at me.
All you gotta do is trust me.
That's all you gotta do.
We're far from the shallow now.
Can you teach the young writers out there, how do you become an Academy Award-winning writer?
I know the same thing. I have no clue. I mean, in other words, I don't know. I guess it's. I don't know. I believe in luck. Yeah, I sort of. I guess you have to have a lot of skill. I mean, you have to be in the right place at the right time. I think it's important to. I like to think I like to pick things that I think have some value. It might be. So if you're going to get into that world, I mean, so the movies. If you look at the movies I've written, I think most of them are about something. you know, and that could mean those movies also are a little more few and far between now, you know.
What are you writing down in here?
That's my songbook. I usually use a typewriter, but I had this idea on the bike, and I didn't want to forget it.
How do you hear it?
I'm alone in my house. Aren't you excited to be home and play for all your Arizonian fans?
I don't really come back here.
You avoid your home?
I don't know. It's like the hot air and history, I don't know. Bought the ranch, though, grew up on. Gave it to my brother. We buried Dad there, and so I just want to make sure that nobody paved over his grave or any of that kind of shit.
Is it around here?
It's not far.
Why don't we just go there? It's nearby. I'm alone in my house. I'm out on the town. I'm at the bottom of the bottle. I've been knocking them down. I can't get back up on my feet. See the lights on the street like stars. But look what I found.
What are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with... Oh, he's beautiful.
You can't send me back.
Hey, he's got your eyelashes. Mm-hmm. He does. He's got your eyelashes.
Train me like you're patient. Just don't keep me waiting. Or I'll just be wasted in a crowd alone. I need you to inspire me.
How was working with Lady Gaga, and did she improvise during the film, and did you have to change according to her liking?
There is some improvisation, but I think it was better not. I'm probably more used to writing long monologues, much more set pieces they call them, and for her, it was better to make it conversational. So most of the conversations are scripted, but also have some room to improvise. And the best piece of advice I gave her was I said, go look at Cher in Moonstruck, and you know, and be that vulnerable and also sure of yourself, you know.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America. The KKK is planning an attack.
How do you propose to make this investigation?
We'll establish contact over the phone. We'll need a white officer to play me when they meet face to face.
You for the white race, Ron?
Oh, hell yeah.
So there becomes a combined Ron Stallworth.
Can you do that?
With the right white man, we can do anything.
When's the last time they let a rookie lead an investigation? Oh, that's right. Never.
Okay, become his friend. Let's get invited back.
So what kind of stuff you guys do?
Cross burnings, marches. This is fixing to be a big year for us.
You ask too many questions. You undercover or something?
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right, sister.
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
You're Jewish.
That hatred, doesn't that piss you off?
You're taking this Jew lie detector test.
Why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game?
I'm telling you, the wars are coming.
White power! Black power!
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us. Stallworth Brothers.
We're on a roll, baby. America first.
America first.
Did you actually meet with Ron Stallworth?
You know, we mainly just read the book. We kind of met him afterwards, and that was really great because we met him when John David met him as well. So that was cool.
And how was working with Spike Lee?
Oh, Spike's great. You know, he gives me a lot of freedom. We work really well together, and that's been fun.
Excellent. Any words of advice for aspiring screenwriters?
Yeah, I mean, you know, do your thing. Kind of know what you know your story, and don't give up.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of been what I kind of try to do. Write kind of what I believe in, what I care about, and you know, write what you really kind of passionate about. You know, and sometimes it comes easy, sometimes a little harder, but that's kind of what I try to concentrate on.
No, it came from the inspiration of Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton and Jacques Tati, these filmmakers that were working and doing brilliant things without having to really utter a word. And so for us, we wondered, could we marry that type of filmmaking with modern day genre storytelling? And that's really how A Quiet Place was born.
So what was the biggest obstacle or struggle that you had to face writing for a quiet film?
Well, I mean, exactly that. You know, how do you write a movie with no dialogue? How do you convey backstory and character with using only pure cinema? That was such a bizarre challenge. It felt like we couldn't use our usual crutches of dialogue and exposition, but that was also the fun of writing it. It was just such a blast to create.
So how was working with John and Emily? I mean, they're off-screen husband and wife, and now they're on-screen husband and wife. Yeah. John originally didn't want to use Emily as the main character, right? So how did that come about? How did that all work out?
Well, it was amazing for us. I mean, like, we didn't even, it's funny because we didn't know that they were actually married when we got the phone call that John and Emily wanted to do the movie. We were like,
don't follow up on Hollywood gossip.
So everyone was like, guys, they're an item. And we're like, wow, that's so special because they bring all of that kind of personal experience that they have as a couple into the movie. So we just feel lucky. You know, we've been fans of both of their work for so long, and they did such an amazing job with the film.
And one last question for both of you. How do you divide up the work between you two? I mean, like when I see co-writers, right? Like how does that work? How does the dynamic work between you two?
For us, it's very, very fluid. We've known each other since we were 11 years old. So we've been working together for like over 20 years now. And it's just a matter of bouncing things back and forth and always trying to have this friendly competition where we try to one-up each other. But it comes stripped totally of ego. And I think that's one of the really fun things to work with someone who's incredibly talented, but also your best friend, too. So,
yeah, I mean, Well, Scott is absolutely the worst. No. Yeah, no, it's really special being able to do this with a friend because the business can be very tough and very depressing. So we look at it as like we have a shoulder to cry on when things are going bad.
You're telling me that the king of a third world country runs around in a bulletproof catsuit? Why don't you ask him yourself? Because he's right outside. Bingo.
My king.
Stop it.
The Black Panther lives.
A war is coming.
That's damn calm.
Watch me do my.
I hope you're ready, bro. Cause I'm just getting started. Let's have some fun.
You show off.
They don't wanna see me get into the check. They just wanna see me swimming in the don't drown on ground with it. Now one freeze.
I want your weapons.
How you wanna play?
Your secrets.
Pops on the radar.
It's all mine now. Is this your king? This ends today.
I think one of the things that we focused on, that we talked a lot about, was Am I My Brother's Keeper, and that kind of global, the globalization of humanity. And so I think that resonated with people, and it also is Wakanda is a nation that is self-determinate, and I think we're in a time when people are asserting their own self-determination, and I think that also, is something that possibly allowed the movie to connect.
So this is the first African-American superhero. Will you take part in the Asian-American superhero next time? Would you do it? Would you be down? Would you be down?
I am completely open to anything that is.
What's his power? Just give me a random idea.
It wouldn't be up to me. I would have no idea. All I know is that I think there are many perspectives on the world that should be shared, and I think we're all the better for that sort of diversity and that sort of like round breadth of storytelling.
The alley shuffle.
Jerry Rice is
People who achieve real greatness don't fit the formula at all. In fact, they break the mold.
I never accepted the order of a teacher.
The great players have a personality that shines through in their technique and how they apply it in their sense of artistry.
In Search of Greatness is the story about the nature of greatness through the eyes of the greatest athletes of all time. So I interview, Wayne Gretzky, Jerry Rice, Pelé, and it's a story, about the different facets of greatness and how these athletes, in a unique way, became who they were. So, it focuses mainly on creativity and how important that is in athletics, because it's not something that's often discussed in sports, especially, but it's really the vital aspect. It's why we go to sports, but it's also why these athletes become great. I would just say, keep making yourself better at the craft and really, understand your voice, your unique voice, your own creative abilities, because they're different than everybody else. What experiences you have and who you are sort of is what makes you different, and what makes you different is what's going to differentiate you from any other writer. So you've got to have a voice,
Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video. So, the topic of today's video is being yourself. being yourself can be hard. And it's like, aren't I always being myself? And yeah, for sure. But being yourself is like not changing yourself to impress someone else. A lot of people like call me quiet or shy or whatever, but I'm not quiet.
Most quiet, Kayla Day.
I don't talk a lot at school, but if people talk to me and stuff, they'd find out that I'm like really funny and cool and talkative. By the way, I like your shirt a lot. It's like so cool. What?
One more week of 8th grade, huh?
Huh?
I said 1 more week of 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, huh?
This is your first film,
yeah.
right? How did this come about?
I don't know. I mean, I was doing stand-up for a long time and just wanted to like collaborate with people and work with people again. So, and I've been writing scripts sort of in the meantime, just when I was on the road doing comedy. So, yeah. And then it took a couple years to try to get the money for it. Then we scraped together the money for it and made it.
So how is this film going to be impactful and influence our society, our generation?
I don't know. I mean, it's not really my, question to answer, really. Like, I hope it affects people. I hope it means something to people. But our hope is just to try to be true to people's experience, not to really, incite or create any change as much as, hopefully if just people feel recognized and seen. That's all this movie's really trying to do, just represent a group of kids that are already out there.
I said 1 more week of 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, huh?
I don't know. I've gotten very, very lucky. I would just say write, just actually do it. Especially for young people on the internet, they're kind of told to learn to self-market and self-promote before they learn to actually do the thing. And I really do think like good quality work is the best promotion. It'll promote itself. So I would just say for young people trying to get into creative stuff, certainly like don't put the cart before the horse and learn how to do something before you learn how to sell it. Because sort of everything about this sort of models of creating things for people, young people especially, is sort of just pointing them to that place before they get to sort of work on their actual skill set.
So do you have any other potential works right now?
I don't know, I'm just sort of writing. I'm in this sort of writing phase and in the sort of phase of writing where I'm just banging my head against the wall, not really doing much. So yeah, I hope to, but I sort of have to be patient, let the ideas come to me. But maybe do some stand-up, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so growing up can be a little bit scary and weird.
We will begin to explore these changing bodies of yours. It's gonna be lit.
Don't hold back, I wanna break free. As always, make sure to share and subscribe to my channel. Gucci!
I think you're so cool. Maybe you just need to put yourself out there a little.
I'm gonna stop eating with you if you keep doing this.
You said I could say one thing.
I'm really nervous all the time. I try really hard not to feel that way. But you just need to face your fears and let people know the real you.
Just grab my phone. How to charge it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I charge it too. But my phone, Just because things are happening right now doesn't mean they're always gonna happen.
What was in there?
Just sort of my hopes and dreams.
Right.
I was a complete mess when I was your age. Really? 8th grade is the worst. You never know what's next. And that's what makes things exciting and scary and fun.
When did you get Snapchat? What grade?
5th grade.
5th grade? What? Yo, see?